Hey everyone. You know how we're always saying it's never too early to start thinking about retirement?
It's true.
Well, today we're diving deep into a topic that's perfect for anyone who wants to yeah, make sure their money lasts throughout their golden years.
Exactly.
We're talking about annuities. And specifically, we're going to be focusing on AIG's American Pathway fixed annuities.
Great topic. Lots of people are really interested in those.
Yeah, and for good reason, right? I
Mhm.
mean, who wouldn't want guaranteed lifetime income?
It's a pretty big deal.
That's right. It's like having a reliable pension, that steady stream of income coming in no matter what's happening in the market or with even with the economy.
And the really interesting thing here is that you're essentially transferring the risk of outliving your savings to the insurance company.
Oh, that's a good point.
Usually people are worried about running out of money in retirement, but
Yeah.
with these AIG annuities, it's American General Life Insurance Company that's taking on that risk.
So they're kind of like betting on you living a long and healthy life, right?
Yeah, exactly. They're saying, hey, we think you're going to be around for a while, so we're willing to pay you this income for as long as you live.
Okay, so that sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But how does this whole guaranteed income thing actually work? Like, what's the catch?
Well, you start by making an initial investment,
Okay,
and then the insurance company takes that money and invests it for you.
got it.
And they use the returns on those investments to pay you a fixed income stream for the rest of your life.
For life. Wow.
For life, and the amount you receive depends on a few factors, of course.
Like what?
Like your age at the time you purchase the annuity, the size of your initial investment, and also the payout option you choose.
So there are different options.
Oh, yeah, you can customize it to fit your needs.
Okay, so let's say I'm interested in this.
Mhm.
Are there any downsides to these AIG annuities? I mean, everything has a downside, right?
Well, of course, there are always trade-offs to consider.
Right.
One thing is flexibility. With a fixed annuity, your money is locked in for a certain period of time, you see, and you're limited in how much you can withdraw without incurring some penalties. And also, the potential for growth with fixed annuities is generally going to be lower compared to investing directly in the stock market.
Okay, makes sense.
I mean, the insurance company is taking on that risk of you outliving your savings.
All right.
So they're also going to take a cut of the potential returns.
That's fair enough. So it's really about finding that balance between security and potential growth.
Exactly.
You mentioned penalties before. Could you talk a little bit more about that? What kind of penalties are we talking about here?
Sure thing. So with the American Pathway annuities, you can typically withdraw up to 15% of your account value per year without any penalty.
Okay, 15%. That's not bad.
But if you need to withdraw more than that, well, then you're likely going to be hit with what's called a market value adjustment, or MVA.
MVA, what is that?
Let's say interest rates have dropped since you bought the annuity. If you then try to withdraw a large chunk of money, the insurance company might adjust the value of your account downward to reflect those lower interest rates. It's a way for them to protect their own investments, you see.
Oh, I see. So they're not just going to let you cash out at the original value if interest rates have tanked.
Right. They have to make sure they can cover those guaranteed payments for everyone.
Makes total sense, yeah. Now, you mentioned growth earlier. What about the tax benefits of annuities? I've heard they can be pretty good.
Oh, yeah, they can be. With these annuities, your earnings grow tax-deferred,
Tax-deferred.
meaning you don't have to pay taxes on those earnings until you actually withdraw the money.
Ah, so it's like a tax shelter for your retirement savings.
Kind of. You see, it allows your money to grow undisturbed for a longer period of time.
So it's like letting your money grow in a greenhouse, protected from the elements of taxes.
I like that analogy.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
So these annuities definitely sound appealing, but it's important to weigh those potential drawbacks like we talked about. Before we wrap up, are there any other retirement income strategies people should consider?
Oh, absolutely. Annuities are just one piece of the puzzle.
Right?
Depending on your risk tolerance and retirement goals, you might also want to think about diversifying your investments in the stock market. Maybe look into real estate or even starting a business that can generate income.
So don't put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Exactly. Diversification is key.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
So let's say someone's listening to this right now and thinking, hey, an annuity might actually be right for me. What would you recommend as a next step?
Well, I'd say talk to a financial advisor who specializes in retirement planning.
Okay.
They can help you figure out if an annuity makes sense for your specific situation.
Yeah, professional opinion is always good.
Plus, they can also explain the different types of annuities because it can get pretty complicated.
So there are more options than just these fixed annuities.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of different flavors out there.
Interesting. Okay, so to sum it all up, it sounds like annuities like the AIG American Pathway can offer that really attractive guaranteed lifetime income.
Absolutely.
But it's important to understand the trade-offs, those fees and potential penalties, and of course explore those other options too before making any decisions.
Right.
It's all about finding the right fit for your individual needs and goals.
Couldn't agree more.
Now, here's a question for our listeners to think about. Would the security of guaranteed income outweigh the potential for maybe higher returns you could get with other types of investments?
That's a great question.
And how would that guaranteed income stream, change your retirement plans? What kind of dreams would it make possible?
Definitely something to consider.
If you want to explore these AIG annuities further, you can always reach out to Diversified Insurance Brokers.
They're great.
They can give you some personalized guidance and answer any specific questions you might have.
Definitely a good resource.
Thanks for joining us today for this deep dive into the world of annuities. Until next time.
See ya!